Hi first graders, so we are going to get into our first lesson of chapter 1 for math today. So here's what you are going to need. You'll need a pencil and you'll also need your math book that looks like this. Once you have these two items, then we can get started. All right, first graders, so here is our I can statement for this math lesson. I can statements are just goals that we have for ourselves and what we are going to learn by the end of our lesson. So for today, our I can statement says, I can use pictures to add to and find sums. So we will be using pictures just like this one at the bottom to add to and find sums. All right, so let's flip to our next page, which is page 13. On page 13, we are going to listen to a math story, and then we are going to use this picture here, or this leaf here, to draw a picture, and then we will solve our problem. The directions say, draw to show adding to. Write how many there are. So after we listen to our math story, we can go ahead and follow those directions. Here's our math story. There are 3 ladybugs on a leaf. 2 more ladybugs join them. How many ladybugs are there? Well, what do we know first? We know that there are 3 ladybugs. We also know that 2 more ladybugs join them. Now let's think about what do we need to find out? Well, the question was, how many ladybugs are there? So we need to find out how many ladybugs there are. Let's go ahead and count to see how many ladybugs there are. It's helpful if we use a pencil to mark which ones we've counted. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our sum is 5 ladybugs. So let's say this sentence together. There are 5 ladybugs on the leaf. So, right at the top of our page, on page 14, you'll notice that there is a picture inside of this purple box, and it says model and draw. The picture shows a few different cats. So let's go ahead and explore this picture. Let's think about this question. How many cats are sitting together? If we count, there are 2 cats sitting together. Now, how many more cats are there? There is 1 more cat. So 2 cats and 1 more cat means that there are 3 cats in all. Let's count and make sure that that's right. 1, 2, 3. We checked our answer. There are 3 cats in all. So go ahead and trace in that 3 if you haven't done so already. Next, we'll move on to our next section. This part says, write how many. And we have number 1 and we have number 2. Number 1 shows us that there are 3 fish. Then 1 more fish comes. So now we're wondering, how many fish are there now? I want you to go ahead and try this one on your own. Notice at the bottom it says 3 fish and 1 more fish means that there are a blank number of fish in all. So go ahead and pause the video and write in how many fish there are now. All right, hopefully you paused the video and wrote in that sum here. There are 4 fish in all. So if you wrote 4 fish here, great job. And we can even count to make sure and check our answer. 1, 2, 3, 4. We checked our answer and the sum is 4. There are 4 fish in all. Now let's take a look at number 2. For number 2, there are 4 bees. Then 4 more bees join them. Now we're wondering, how many bees are there now? Well, let's think about this bottom part here. It says 4 bees and 4 more bees means there are blank number of bees in all. I want you to go ahead and try to solve this one on your own to find the sum. You're finding how many bees there are in all. So go ahead and pause the video and you can go ahead and fill in that sum right on this blank line. All right, hopefully you paused the video and you found out that there are 8 bees in all now. And again, we can go ahead and check our sum, which means the total number of bees. We can check by counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we checked our answer. There are 8 bees in all. All right, so let's flip to our next page, which is page 15. On page 15, this page is going to be finished on your own. So we'll go through each problem, then you'll complete it by yourself, and we'll check back in to see if you completed it correctly. So number 3 says that there are 2 butterflies and 4 more butterflies join them. So go ahead and pause the video here and write in how many butterflies there are now. All right, so you should have paused the video, so now we can check back in. You should have written 6 butterflies, and we can count to make sure that our sum is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 butterflies in all. We will do the same routine for number 4. Number 4 says there are 4 ladybugs and 3 more ladybugs join them. Your job is to figure out how many ladybugs there are in all. So once again, go ahead and pause the video. Write in how many ladybugs there are. Then when you're finished, you can press play again. All right, you should have paused the video there. So now we can check back in. You should have written 7 ladybugs, and we can count to make sure here as well, just like we did before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 ladybugs. Number 5. Number 5 is a word problem. Let's read number 5. Number 5 says, Evan and Luke see 8 worms on the path. Luke sees 2 more worms than Evan. Evan sees 3 worms. How many worms does Luke see? Let's draw a picture to find the sum. Evan and Luke both see 8 worms on the path. So let's go ahead and draw 8 worms. I'm going to use lines, squiggly lines, to represent the worms. So drawing 8 worms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are the worms that both Evan and Luke see on the path. They see 8 worms. Luke sees 2 more worms than Evan. Evan sees 3 worms. So let's pause right here. The problem told us that Evan sees 3 worms. So let's group off 3 worms with a circle. These are the worms that Evan sees. It says he sees 3 worms. Now it says Luke sees 2 more worms than Evan. Let's see if these are the ones that Luke sees. Evan, we know, saw 3 worms. Let's see how many Luke saw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is 5 2 more than 3? Yes, 5 is 2 more than 3. So that means that Luke saw 2 more worms than Evan. That means that Luke saw 5 worms on the path. Luke saw 5 worms on the path. All right, go ahead and flip over to page 16. On page 16, we're continuing with more word problems. So let's read number 6 to start with. Number 6 says, color the birds to show how to solve. So we're looking at our picture here. Underneath, our word problem says, there are 3 red birds. Some bluebirds join them. How many bluebirds are there? Well, let's first look at our first item here that says there are 3 red birds. That tells us that we can use our crayons to go ahead and show that there are 3 red birds. So go ahead and grab whatever coloring tools you'd like to use, like crayons, and we're going to color in 3 red birds, just like the problem tells us. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 red birds. Now it tells us that some bluebirds joined them. Well, these are the only ones left in the picture. So these must be the bluebirds that joined them. So grab your coloring tool that has a blue color. So whether it's a blue crayon or a blue colored pencil or blue marker, whatever it is that you're using, grab your blue color. And these are our blue birds. Now our question asks, how many blue birds are there? Well, let's use the picture to solve. There are 1, 2 bluebirds. So let's go ahead and write in on our blank line, there are 2 bluebirds. Awesome. Now we can move on to number 7. The directions for number 7 say, circle how many ants in all. First it says 3 ants, and it shows a picture, and 2 more ants with another picture. I want you to think about which one of these choices is our sum. Are there 3 ants? Are there 4 ants? Or are there 5 ants? I want you to go ahead and pause the video and circle if you think there are 3 ants in all, or circle if you think there are 4 ants in all, or circle if you think there are 5 ants in all. Go ahead and pause the video and then we will check back in when you are finished. All right, now that you've paused the video and circled one of these sums, we can check in and see what you have. So there are 5 ants in all. And we can also check back in and check our sum to see if that's correct. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 ants in all. Awesome. All right, first graders, so that was our math lesson for today. We learned how to use pictures to find sums and to add to. Great job today. Make sure to check Seesaw for your assignment that goes along with this lesson. Until next time, first grade, see you later. Bye.